AskReddit by Feder Punches. What are your thoughts on drinking alone? When I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself. You got a buddy named Wiser? Well, according to Homer Simpson, you can never drink alone. You're always with God. Marge says it doesn't count though. Haha, cheers God wherever you are. I actually enjoy it. Pouring myself a whiskey and sitting with my thoughts, or watching a favorite movie, can be very relaxing and enjoyable without any social obligation to make conversation. There's a big difference between enjoying a couple of drinks alone and drinking heavily by yourself. The former can be quite enjoyable and therapeutic. It depends on the context and the person's relationship with alcohol. Drinking alone isn't a problem per se, but if it becomes habitual and the quantities increase, it might be time to reassess why you're choosing to drink in solitude. I always drink alone. I love it. I like watching a good movie, browse YouTube, or listen to music. Nobody can dictate what is and is not acceptable drinking habits. How Puritan judgmental. When I go out, I don't drink much. I want to be able to leave. Who knows what's going down? I've had enough people say I'll drive and get wasted to not do it anymore. Comfort of your own hose is the best. Have a fire, watch some movies, TV, cook some food, your bed is clothes. Fuck bars and going out. I wish more people set up for having people over. Visiting people with food and a place to sleep is the best. Same as drinking with other people. Can be fun and totally fine if you don't do it to the point it negatively impacts your life. My mother was an addiction counselor, and this was basically exactly her standard. I sure hope she was right. Deleted. People don't realize how easy it is to fall into an addiction like this. Especially if you're genetically predisposed. I'd f*** how to write a description. Anyways, I am currently alone, at home. The dogs have been walked and have had dinner. And obviously I happen to be drunk. I just asked a friend if he has ever been drunk alone, and he said no. He said I shouldn't be. And that we could make plans if I wanted to. He's a good friend, but I'd rather have an unbiased opinion, for it is usually socially unacceptable to drink alone. It seems like most people I talk to think the idea of getting drunk alone is weird. I don't do it too frequently, but I actually prefer to be drunk while already in my home and have easy access to my bed. I don't love going out to a noisy, crowded bar or club to get drunk because it makes me sleepy. Having a few drinks by myself is a nice treat every once in a while. But if it becomes a routine, I'd say you're one step closer to alcoholism. Deleted. Weed is more of a solo thing and alcohol is better in groups. If I didn't drink alone, I wouldn't drink at all. I don't drink much at all, but when I do, it's almost always alone. I don't really like most people these days. But when I do, it's priceless. Doing it right now feels pretty good. Same, that's why I'm asking haha. I miss drinking alone with my cat. Sadly, I am allergic to cats. I really don't see the issue with having a drink or two while watching Netflix or something. If you're getting blackout or have hangovers, that might be an issue. My philosophy is, since I have pets, I'm never drinking alone. A few beers or a cocktail at 1900 hours is certainly different than vodka at 1500 hours. What about a bourbon at 1300 while you're watching The Smoker? I don't personally enjoy drinking at all, but there's nothing wrong with drinking alone in moderation if you enjoy it. I don't know. I guess it can be okay in moderation, but it's not the first time I do it. And since it's socially not okay, it gets worrying. I don't see a problem. IDK, maybe it'll become one. Drinking alone has a couple of advantages. I won't offend anyone or embarrass myself. I see by the comments that drinking alone is often associated with depression or alcoholism, but I do it to celebrate some small achievement or an extra good meal, stuff like that. I just have a single shot of whiskey and water once in a great while. A large jug lasts me about 3 years. That def seems like a couple good reasons to drink alone, although I am neither celebrating nor have just had a very good meal. There used to be a list of possible alcoholic things, and if you did 2 or was it 3 of them, then boom, you're an alcoholic. This was one of them. I used to do it. And 5 other things in the list. And I sure was. Been sober since '93. Congratulations, I hope I don't get to the point where getting sober is an achievement, no offense, you know. As long as you're an adult, fully aware of the consequences of your actions and you're not causing harm to anyone else, I have nothing against it. Define drinking and alone. A beer while you watch a TV show, NBD. Drinking while playing games with your buddies on Xbox Live, NBD. Drinking a fifth to drown your sorrows after a breakup while you stare a pistol, maybe consider calling a friend. But real talk, it's more about how often it happens and under what circumstances. It's even better way to feel more depressed. Tell me about it. It's the only way I've ever drank. Say mass eating alone. You must be very flexible.